What is good, YouTube? It is your boy Stash Trooper, and today we're going straight Yarkmeister. We're getting straight into a new type of video. I've been trying out different things, but today we're doing a tier list video. I've enjoyed watching tier list videos in the past, but I haven't seen someone do a sneaker tier list video. I know people have done it, but I've never watched one. So I was kind of intrigued to do a ranking of all the KD models in the Kevin Durant signature line with Nike. I know this is the 16th shoe, and I only started playing basketball when like the 10th one came out, maybe the 9th one. So I have not worn all of Kevin Durant's shoes, but I figured I would still do a tier list and rank them just purely off of looks. With this, like a few of the ones I've used in the past, I will take into consideration some of my personal bias, which is like maybe memories behind them, some performance issues. But for the most part, I'm just going to base it off of looks, just in honor of these new, clean KD 16s. Might be giving them away if I hit 10K by the end of the month. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. I need to screen record on my computer, so let me not forget that. Alright, so bang, I got it up on the screen. Here is the tier list. We have S, which is just S tier, super tier. I'm sure you guys have seen these videos before. But then we got A, B, C, and F, which is absolutely horrendous looking. And then we have all the KD models right below, from the first one all the way up to the 16s. If you guys would like to do a tier list like this one, I actually uploaded this to tiermaker.com. I could actually put the link in the description if you guys are interested. And let me know if you guys like this video. Who knows, maybe I do a tier list of every single Nike signature line, Way of Wade, whatever you guys want me to do, just suggest it in the comments. Maybe I'll do more tier list videos if you guys like this. Yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. After I get some water. Alright, into it. So off rip, I'm gonna go buy the KD models. The first one I see are the KD ones. I don't know about you guys, but I am personally not impressed by the look of these. If I get a closer look, I think these are damn near off rip F tier, bro. These look like some of the ugliest. Bro, what are those? I've never even seen those before. Those are some of the ugliest shoes I've ever seen. I don't think I need to explain myself. F tier. Alright, so next, we got the KD2s. I by no means think these look good, but I don't think they deserve an F tier spot. I mean, I like the colors a little bit. I feel like they improved from the 1 to the 2, so I think I'll go with that as C tier. C tier. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Next we're onto the KD3s. KD3s are actually being protroed, so I've had the luxury of actually like seeing these in person, and I have not been able to test them. I'm tempted to get the new pair that comes out on the 10th, which is the Easy Money colorway. Check it out. But I am gonna say I am actually pretty fond of the looks of this shoes. I think the Aunt Pearl colorway that is rumored to release soon is insanely clean, and if it was like that colorway, I'd put that S tier. But for this, I'm just doing like the model of the shoes, so not the given colorway in the photos, just the model in general. So for that reason, the KD3s, I think they are really actually clean, and I think they are way better than the 1 and 2. So for that reason, I think that can get an A tier, and let me know in the comments if you guys agree or disagree. Feel free to screenshot it and send me your tier list of this very ranking on my Instagram, and maybe I'll respond to a few. All right, next onto the KD4. Now I know a lot of people absolutely love the KD4s, and again, I think they're pretty clean. I've heard rumors recently that they are going to actually protro this shoe pretty soon, and I'm actually really hoping they do. The one they have in the picture is, I believe, a KD4 Nerf. I know Jesser, I think, has this shoe. It's like his dream shoe. It's crazy expensive. And I do agree that, like, you know, the strap over is actually really clean. Phenomenal. Oh my god. Yeah, I think these are really clean. I think they deserve to... Excuse me. I think they deserve to be in the #1 spot at the S tier. KD4s, S tier. On to the next, KD5s. Again, I was not playing basketball at this point, I don't think. Or at least I wasn't too into it yet. So I never got to wear any of these shoes up till I think I never had the 8s, but I saw people wearing the 8s. So I think around the 8s is when I started playing basketball. Again, before the 8s, I have no experience actually wearing these shoes. I'm just going off of looks. But for the 5s, I think they're not bad. I think they look like a very generic basketball shoe. If anything, they remind me of some Hyper Dunks. I can't remember which year, maybe like the 2018 or 19, maybe even earlier than that. But they kind of remind me of like a generic ass Hyper Dunk and nothing too special. So I think for that reason, maybe I'll put that in B tier. All right, on to the next. We have the KD6. I know a lot of people absolutely love the KD6s. I've seen a lot of people wear the On Pro colorway. Again, really, really clean. I think all the KDs, you throw an On Pro colorway on there, and a lot of people are going to love it. On top of, like, again, the meaning behind it. The all pink shoes are mostly pink with the detailing. They always make it pretty premium. Is really, really clean on every single model. Overall, I don't think this model is like too special or anything. Like, I think it's by no means ugly, but I think it's kind of like not mid, but slightly above mid. So I think, again, I think that could stick with the KD5s. Toss it in the B slot, maybe even the C. You know, I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm giving it the B slot. So onto the KD7s. I don't know if y'all can see the screen, but I am personally not a big fan of the looks of these. Something about them, they just look clunky. I never had the like opportunity to actually wear these, so maybe one day I will. But for now, based off of looks, Jesus Christ, these are horrible looking. So I don't even think I'm gonna like drag this on any longer. I'm thinking I'm tossing those in on the C tier. If like borderline F tier, borderline, because I don't know if I like those, bro. I don't know if I like those. I don't. But yeah, next on to the KD8s. This is kind of when I started playing basketball. I didn't wear these. I got the opportunity. I wore the 9s. But for the 8s, purely off of looks, I think they're really clean. Again, I saw a lot of people rocking the On Pro colorway of this one back when I played. And personally, I think it's super, super clean. Again, the model in itself, I think the looks are there. Very simplistic. I like the low tops. So, you know what? I think I might toss that up to the... I don't know if it deserves... It's between an A and a B tier. If there was like a B plus, A minus tier, I might rock with that. No, I think I'm rocking B tier. B tier. That's what I'm rocking with. On to the next, the KD9s. Now, this is kind of when I started playing basketball. I want to say I actually had a pair of KD9s. Now, these... Me like it. Again, on the 9s, I don't remember the traction being good. I remember the traction pattern was kind of a little bit funky, but for the most part, I think they had some clean colorways. For the most part, it was a good shoe, but the only problem with these is the like full length air bubble. I don't know if that's what type of cushion that is, but I remember like that shit pops. So for that reason, I think even though I wanted to kind of put it in A tier, I think we're gonna have to crowd up B tier some more and toss in the KD9s. So onto the KD10s. Me and my brother had a pair of these shoes. I personally have a lot of memories with them. I'm a big fan of them. But again, I want to say it had that full length bubble that did pop, which again, I'm not a fan of. I like shoes that you could use over a course of a long time. And with those, it seemed like at a random time that shit would pop, and then bam, you kind of lose your basketball shoe because you're playing with like no cushion essentially after that. While I do absolutely love this shoe, I think I'm gonna have to put it. I'm tempted to bring it up to the S tier, tempted to put it in the A tier, but I think I'm gonna have to drop it down to the B tier. Again, a lot of these are hitting that B tier, bro. Next on to the KD11s. Again, these I kind of skipped this model. I think this was when I was like more obsessed with Kyrie's, but the KD11s, in my opinion, kind of look like a sweater. Especially the colorway at hand. I know they had that EYBL colorway, which I think was crazy clean. But the colorway they got here, I'm just personally not a fan, bro. Like the model in general, I think was pretty ugly. Again, the EYBL colorway super clean. The Aunt Pearls, I think of this model, that like hot pink, super clean. Like those shoes are goated. But for the most part, this model in itself, ugly. So for that reason, bro, I think I'm gonna put the KD11s all the way down to F tier. I've also heard bad things about the cushion, like just from friends and others. Bad things about the cushion, the traction. Overall, I just haven't heard the best things. So for all those reasons combined, I'm putting the KD11s F tier. So next on to the KD12s. For those who may be new here, I'm a big fan of KD12s. I got a PE right there. I have another PE, which are the other Texas PEs, and a pair of the EYBL KD12s. Long story short, I have a lot of memories with these shoes. I wore it, I want to say junior, senior year of high school. That was like my shoe. And I got a lot of memories in there. I got my last game, that game winner, story time maybe coming soon, in those shoes. And overall, I just remember the cushion being crazy, the traction being crazy. Just everything about that shoe was crazy. So I think if there was a super S tier, I'd put that up there. This is one of my favorite, if not like my favorite, most memories, best performance of all time. KD12s would be up there. So for that reason, KD12s, S tier. So next on to the KD13s. These shoes, I don't know what it is about them. Again, it's like that super simplistic look. The big swoosh on a basic model. I don't remember anyone being like too hyped up about these. Even the Aunt Pro colorway on this one was like subpar, but like the rest of them, it was super heat. But this one, it was kind of subpar. Overall, I don't think it's really like a special looking model. Don't remember hearing anything special about performance. Overall, I don't have too much information about the shoe except for the way it looks. And the way it looks is ugly. So for that reason, I am putting that shoe in the C tier. All right, next we go on to the KD14s. Now this is where it gets controversial. The KD14s are what some people call the ugliest basketball shoe of all time. I've heard a lot of hate on the KD14s, which again, I don't totally disagree with. I think the KD14s are not the best looking shoe, but you know what? They're not the worst looking shoe either. I think they're actually, like, if I had to rate them out of 10, you know, I'd give them a 6 or 7. Like, they're not bad. But yeah, overall, I mean, I think you got to compare the KD14 to maybe like, let's talk about it in girl terms. She's like a solid 7.5, but she's got that personality, bro. She's making you laugh. She's doing all that, bro. So it's like that 7.5 all of a sudden turns into like a 10, bro. So that's how I feel about the KD14s. Like the comparison is that 7.5 with a pretty smile just makes you laugh. Yeah, I think these are one of the best performing basketball shoes of all time, and I'm going to pop it up there in the S tier. So almost up to current models. We're on to the KD15s. I have a pair of Aunt Pearls. I think this shoe by looks is one of the cleanest of the KD model, but I do have a problem with the performance. Overall, it wasn't bad by any means, but I felt like the traction could have been better, and I felt like in regards to the lockdown, that could have been way better. Overall, just the heel slippage, and then with the Aunt Pro colorway that I got, it's kind of like it kept on. I've only worn them like 4 or 5 times, and it's already like fading in the suede. So material wise, I wasn't the biggest fan. What's goody, my brother? Rip Dan. RIP to Dan, man. Shout out to Dubes. Just had a conversation with him. Back to the tier list. For the KD15s, long story short, looks are clean, but in regards to performance, the biggest problem was like heel slippage, and the traction was iffy, and the materials for the Aunt Pearls just like faded so quick. So durability wise, it kind of looks like poopy after a decent amount of use. So for that reason, I'm gonna just go A tier. If the performance, again, if there was no heel slippage, slightly better material, I would go all the way up to S tier. For those reasons, I gotta keep it at the A tier. Now on to the KD16s. These I have not had the opportunity to wear yet. I've had them for about a week, but the place where I hoop at is currently closed down because they're redoing the courts. So unfortunately, haven't been able to use them. But purely based off of looks, I would hands down say this is my favorite looking KD model of all time. Something about it, low-key reminds me of the GT cut in regards to the silhouette's shape. Obviously it doesn't have this like panel and everything. Shout out to Hennessy, she's barking. But overall, I think these are a really clean looking shoe. Again, the chrome domes, that gold accenting, the cream. So overall, I think these are super clean. And just based off of looks, I'm willing to put these babies all the way up into the S tier. So bang, there's my final tier list. As you can see in the S tier, I got the KD 4, 12, 14, and 16. In the A tier, KD 3 and 15. B tier, KD 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. In the C tier, the KD 2, 7, and 13. And in the F tier, which stands for ugly, we got the KD 1 and the KD 11s. Again, I'm going to pop the link down in the description if you guys would like to go and do this tier list. And again, send me the DMs of your screenshot, and who knows, maybe I'll respond. Appreciate y'all for watching this far. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. Also, let me know if you want more tier list videos. Adios.